Explain all you like, it makes no difference. What matters most is doing a job right, is having the proper tools. Know the people you're writing for. It's soft wood you have to split, not hard. One of them comes bored out of his wits, another with a belly about to burst, and worst of all, many come straight from reading the newspapers. They come to us distracted, absent-mindedly, as though they were all off to a masquerade, only curiosity leading them on. And the ladies, the ladies. They appear decked out in all their finery, mounting their own little play. What's more, without pay. What are you dreaming up there in your ivory tower? What should a full house make you happy? Take a closer look at your customers. Half are cold, the other half, of course. One looks forward after the show to a game of cards, another to a wild romp with a whore. Is it for you that torture the muses? Ah, poor fools. My advice is pile it high as it will go, and then a little higher. Confuse them with mystification is best. It's easier than trying to satisfy them. What's got you now? Are you in pain or rapture?
Go on! Go! Find yourself another slave! Do you know what you're asking? You expect a poet frivolously to squander the greatest gift that nature offers him, the right to be a man for you! No! What is it that allows him to stir men's heart? What is it that allows him to conquer nature's elements? One thing only, the harmony that flows from the poet's breast, that gathers in its embrace the multiplicity of nature's discrepancies, and draws them back into his heart as a harmonious whole. When nature's winds life's endless thread, indifferently on her spindle, and all life's fractured sounds roar in discord, who harmonizes the monotonous, meaningless drone and makes it sing an orderly choir, who invites a tempest to rage in passion, and the sunset to glow in the earnest soul, who scatters springtime's sweetest blossoms on the paths for young lovers to walk on, who twines from insignificant leaves crowns to honor the brows of the deserving, who assures us of Olympus and unites the gods, the power of man made manifest in the poet.
All right, then do it. Use these marvelous powers of yours. Conduct this business of forging verses, the way you'd manage a love affair. You meet by chance, feel a tingle, stick around, and bit by bit you get involved. Happiness thrives, then it's endangered. First you're enraptured, then writhing in anguish. And before you know it, you've got a whole novel. And that's how it's done. So let's do it. Let's give the play that way. Plunge your hand into the fullness of life. We all of us live it. Few of us know it. But it's interesting wherever you grab it. Variety, color, confusion, error. And then a tantalizing soupçon of truth. That's how the best beers are brewed. A brew that refreshes and makes you think too. Ah, the best of youth will flock to your play, eager for a revelation. The sentimental will suck melancholy's strength, and this, and that, and everyone will take from it what each has felt in his heart. Being young, they're as ready to weep as to laugh. They still have ideals and delight in illusion. Adults you can never please. They've stopped growing, but youth will always be grateful for what you offer.
Then give me back those days again, when I myself was still unfinished, when an endless fountain of songs walled from my soul, when the world to me was veiled in mystery, when each bud was a miracle of promise as I went to pick the 1,000 flowers that thronged the valley. I'd nothing then, but it was enough, the yearning for truth and the joy of illusion. Give me back each reckless longing, the deep and anguished happiness, the strength of hate, the power of love. Oh, give me back my youth again.
Youth, old friend, is what you'll need when enemies threaten in the heat of battle, when pretty girls throw their arms around you and squeeze for all they're worth, when in the distance the victory wreath beckons from the hard-won goal, when after the whirl of the frenzied dance you drink away the night, but to strike the familiar strings boldly yet gracefully, to wander leisurely life's sweet digressions, to a self-set goal that, old friend, is your duty. And we honor you no less for it. Age doesn't make us childish, as they say. It only finds the child that's with us still.
Enough talk. Let's get down to business. Action! While you trade compliments, you could be doing something useful, but don't complain. You're not in the mood. Wait for it, and it never arrives. And you call yourself a poet? Let's see some poetry. What we want here is a strong drink, so let's get it brewing. What we put off today is put off tomorrow. We haven't a day to lose. What we need here is a man of resolution, one who sees the possibility by the forelock and won't let it go, a man who refuses to stop because he's committed. You know what the German theater is like. We can experiment all we please. So don't spare on scenery and stage effects. Stars and suns and moons are had for the asking. There's fire and water enough for a flood, and plenty of cliffs to jump off of, not to mention an assortment of birds and beasts. Show us on this petty stage of ours the full scope of creation, and travel with the speed of imagination, the course from heaven to the world to the bowels of hell.